If your team got guaranteed money, tell them call me.
Whoop. Make me say, my. I done been around the world.
Yeah, I was made for this.
Player Performance with J.A. Cavalier.
What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of MLB Player Performance. Luke Shuey, of course, is back at it. Oh, Luke, by the way, you weren't here yesterday, so let me just really fill you in. You have 3 Amazon gift card winners to pick out. What I did is you're going to pick the best comments from yesterday's show, and you're going to pick 3 guys that you like, the comments that you like the best, and we're giving away $300 Amazon gift cards for you missing out yesterday. Shout out to everybody in the chat. See that the comments going off already. Love to see it. Glad you guys could all be with us. MLB Friday, the best fucking day of the week for baseball betting. Biggest card, lots of action going into the weekend series. It just hits different, right? Baseball on the weekend, and this would start that. Fucking the series, Yankees Dodgers series starting. Absolutely excited about that. Lots going on, man. Lots going on. Listen, it's ready to get started. Big card to go through. Not a great night for me last night. Fucking Astros couldn't push it across the plate one more. Plenty of runners in scoring position. We did hit the over now for the free pick, but who gives a fuck about free pick when you unload 20 dimes in a play, right? It's hard. Listen, I don't want to lose any games. Let's whether I lean on a pick or I play big on a pick or I have a sizable bet on a pick. I don't want to lose any of them, but it's just fucking earth-shattering when you lose that 20 dime the way we did last night. Runners in scoring position pretty much all night long, and you can't get to Shane Baz. I mean, Shane fucking Baz, for Christ's sakes. Yeah, just heartbreaking. Fuck Mattress Mac. Fuck the city of Houston. Fuck the Houston Astros. And Altuve, fuck you too. Anyway, here we go. MLB on a Friday. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you before we get started right now, if you're not picking up that week right now for $99, you're out of your fucking skull. I mean, for Christ's sakes, I'm backing and guaranteeing it with an 8-0 sweep, and I have a mega parlay in there plus $3,000. And actually, honestly, I'm not saying for sure because nothing in this world is guaranteed, but I think we're smashing that tonight. I really think that we're smashing that tonight. And then, of course, personal service members. I may drop this for free. I haven't decided yet. We do have a 10-dime play coming. So lots going on. Big card. A lot of action. Let's get to it right now. MLB on a Friday. He's Coach Rick Bowe. He's Luke Shuey. I, of course, am your favorite capper's favorite capper, J.A. Cavalier. Let's fucking go. And we start off here today. We skipped obviously the Cubs-Reds game, which has already started, already in action. So we move right to the next early game on the card. That's the Chicago White Sox, Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore, a hefty favorite here, laying 225. Total here is at 9.5, but everybody hits at Oracle Park at Camden. We're going to see Sean Burke and Zach Eflin. Bird's bats starting to come around a little bit. Pitching matchup does scream over, though. Luke, welcome back. Congrats on the house closing. I'm glad that I can contribute. I'm glad I can be of service to you. Do you like anything here?
Thanks, guys. As you can tell, I'm in my nerdy headset. I'm going to get a sick office in our new house. Trust me, the Why Lose gear and the jerseys, memorabilia, it's all coming. And I'm reading through the comments yesterday. This is hilarious. I didn't know you told people to give me some shit, but I love it. So we'll pick some winners. I love giving away JA's money. Nobody has more fun doing it.
You sure do. You just gave it to a realtor. Fuck.
Yeah.
Casa Shuey, brought to you by the good folks here at whyleaves.com.
That's right. A huge contributor, a huge sponsor. No, I'm actually in the midst of moving. So that's why my office looks like, this isn't even an office. I'm on the go.
You don't have to make excuses for your office.
Nonetheless.
Fucking like.
Yeah. So I'm looking at Burke tonight. I like his under in strikeouts. It's a little bit juicy. Under 4.5. I think it was at like minus 150 when I got it. But you have to go under here. He's had like 2 strikeouts several times lately. He's gone under this in 3 of his last 4 starts. I think going on the road against a hot Baltimore offense is actually a tough ask here. I just don't see him getting the Ks that you would otherwise expect from the bad Baltimore offense. The under's the play here for Burke, even though it's a little bit juicy.
Coach?
Yeah, I'd buy that. Burke has one of the highest expected ERAs of any starter in the majors. So, yeah, I would get on that one. Even Eflin, maybe playing his earned run total. The guy's given up 12 earned runs his last 2 starts.
So many dingers too, just tons of home runs.
You can, and I believe you can get over 1.5 at, maybe minus 130 or 40, but over 2.5 at plus 130, it's something to think about.
Yeah, and as they're saying in the chat that it might get rained out, it may, but the overcast doesn't look awful. So I'm expecting drizzle, maybe a little bit of light rain. They should be able to get that one in. If not, you maybe expect them to get the 5 in. It doesn't matter. They may fucking score 10 in the first 5 anyway.
Yeah.
And then as you said, you know what? Eflin's not pitching well at all, especially at home. 0-2 at Camden. Ridiculous 8.74 ERA. Over and nothing for me. Looks like we're all pretty much targeting the same shit here. Let's move on. Let's get to the next one up. We have the Milwaukee Brewers and the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies at a $1.50 price. Total here is at 9. Citizens Bank Park, Hall and Taijuan Walker. Now, my understanding here is that Hall is just starting the game, and then he's going to end up turning it over to Priester. Luke could probably nod yes or no on that. For me, it's fearing the spot. Phillies off a doubleheader, split with the Braves yesterday. Now you face the Brewers. I mean, granted, no travel involved. Coach, is this a letdown spot for after a division rival?
Yeah, it could be. I don't trust Taijuan or whatever the hell his name is.
Does anybody trust Taijuan Walker? No.
Taijuan on. I mean, his ERA is 2.97. His xERA is almost a point higher. But I mean, the dude just, I don't know.
Coach said Taijuan on. Luke's like, yeah, that happened last night with the wifey. She Taijuan
on.
Far from when you have sick kids in the household. I'm dreaming of time.
Aren't we all?
I'm sorry, Coach. Who do you like here?
I don't like anything, man.
Okay, Luke, what do you like? Luke, what do you like?
Yeah, it's simple. I actually think Jay's read into this is spot on. Guys know I'm from Wisconsin, so I'm a loyal Brewers fan. I actually think this is a Brewers spot. The Phillies line should be much higher just simply based off of who's starting in the Phillies spot, but it's a letdown game. I actually think it's going to be really tight. Maybe the Phillies win by 1, but I'd actually lean Milwaukee. However, props market, I would fade a Brewer. I'd fade Caleb Durbin. This is a VIP pick that I actually have. I have under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs on the combo stat line. He's not a great hitter. I know he's like a 25-year-old that's trying to make his name, but he's hitting 210, only 1 home run on the year. I don't love it. So fade Caleb Durbin is an official play here.
And I would lean to the over in this spot. I mean, Taijuan Walker, of course, a ticking time bomb. Brewers 22nd ranked bullpen. Overcast and 4 or 5 for the Brewers on the road. So it'd be over for me or nothing in this spot. We'll just move on to the next game. And we have the trash bag, Oakland or Sacramento Athletics, Toronto Blue Jays. Still not going to get used to that, Coach.
Every damn day.
I hear you.
Toronto laying 175 total here at 8.5. I kind of feel like the Blue Jays may have shot their load last night. But listen, shout out to the Birds, man. My only win on the card yesterday for baseball. Truth, that was more of an A's fade. Now 1-14 last 15. Coach, do we just continue to fade Sacramento?
Yeah, I mean, you have to really. 1-14 their last 15 games. Springs actually pitches pretty well, but they don't win when he pitches anyway. So, yeah, for me, it's either Toronto or nothing, or maybe we go to Luke for a nice prop in this one.
Well, look, that usually means start talking.
Yeah, what a transition. I actually don't have a strong pick in this. We were on Barrios last night. He was so dialed in, absolutely phenomenal outing. We had under 2.5 earned runs, so we smoked that on the VIP card. But tonight, I don't know. I kind of thought what you said again, Jay, where it's like, did they just get it all out last night and now Oakland's going to win, or Sacramento? God, I do it too.
Well, that's typically something that you do when it comes to baseball. When teams put up a double-digit number the night before, put up a crooked number, you end up wanting to fade them the next night. You figure the bat's going to come out a little bit cold. I don't know if you want to do so in this spot because it is the fucking Athletics. So basically, I mean, if you get a good start here from Toronto, they could still end up winning this game 2-1, 3-1 because the Oakland's form right now is just unfucking backable. And I'm listen, from now on, the rest of the season until it's Oakland.
That's it.
That's it. I don't care. They're the Oakland Athletics. I mean, I see that A's logo, and all I think of is Ricky Henderson, McGuire, a little Jose Canseco, so I mean, the bottom line here is Oakland is Oakland. They're always going to be Oakland, and that's it. Don't give a shit.
Wait. Before you move on, I got to give a lean. So if anything, I do see the numbers showing that it's not a good spot for Springs. Like it's showing that he's going to have 3 or more earned runs. I like the under on his outs total at 17.5. He's been pitching well into games. It doesn't show that he should tonight. Blue Jays offense, I think if anything, the numbers show that they'll go off again. I just don't have as much confidence to put out as a VIP play, but it's a small lean. Fade Springs tonight.
Jay's bats are definitely streaky. I'll say that. They have the lineup where they can put up a big number pretty much every day, but they just often don't do it. Moving on here to Cleveland, we have the LAA Angels coming in to take on the Guardians. We're heading at Progressive Field. Jose Soriano, Luis Ortiz. Guardians were on the struggle bus, busted out in a big way against the Dodgers in the last one of that series. Luke, you like anybody here?
Yeah, this is an official free play for me. So I like my guy Luis Ortiz. He's a veteran pitcher. There's a couple reasons I like it. I'm just going to be straightforward. The guy's been nasty throughout his career. Of course, he's slowing down a little bit tail end of his career, but he's facing the worst team in baseball at striking out, the Angels. They're literally ranked dead last in the majors. And Ortiz is actually pitching all right this season. He's had 7 strikeouts 2 games ago against the Reds, 9 Ks against the Phillies before that. He's posted 8-10 this season, but in games before that. So he's striking guys out at a high rate. Give me Ortiz over 5.5 for a really strong free play.
Coach?
Yeah, I'd lean on Cleveland, and I like Ortiz as well. He's really good at home. 2.42 ERA, 4 home starts, and the Angels, they like Toronto probably shot their wad too with they had that nice streak, and now they've lost 5 in a row. I think they've scored 5 runs in those 5 games that they lost. So I like Ortiz. I think Cleveland has a bit of a bullpen advantage in this one as well. So I'd lean on Cleveland on the money.
Thank you for backing me up, Coach. Because I also forgot one thing. Okay,
there you go. Get it out of your system.
I had to.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I mean, fade the Angels. Yeah. They've now lost 5 straight. Got swept by the New York Yankees, the Bombers. They did score a total of 5 runs in 5 games during their 5-game skid. And like you said, Ortiz has been fucking a gas can. 2.42 ERA in 4 home starts. Guardians 6-2 last 8 against LA. 15-2 against the Angels at Progressive. So I am lockstep with Coach. We'll move on here. Next game up. The New York Mets, Grimace, Colorado comes in. Mets are laying 350, headed to Citi Field here. Kyle Freeland and Peterson. This line is just so crazy. I mean, the Mets are pretty much unbettable at this number. Mets don't hit, still can't back the Rockies. Coach, Mets laying 2.5. Mets team total over. What do you think?
I could buy that. It's Colorado. I mean, they're horrible, right?
Well, is there value, but you really don't like it?
Is there value? I don't. I haven't looked at the price. I don't know. How about what about the Mets minus 1.5 with the Mets team total?
A little combo deal, but if you're gonna do a same game parlay, then I would think you take it down to the lowest offered. I know at Hard Rock, I think the lowest offer was 3.5 or 4.5, and then I would just play them with the money line on the Mets, even though it's at 350. You're still going to get it at even, and you're basically just bringing down the number on the team totals. But again, you have to ask yourself, do you really trust the Mets bats? I mean, Soto's a fucking bag of shit. He got the bag, and honestly, he just became a bag of shit. But I guess for that type of number, is there really any fucking reason to care? Luke, is there anybody that you're targeting here?
I really can't believe his stats haven't came up. It's wild. He was literally one of the best hitters in baseball. Not just saying that, he really truly was statistically just insane. I agree. The number's unbelievable. You can't bet it on either side. If I had to lean somewhere just for a plus money play, of course I'm not going to back the Rockies. So I would take Peterson under 1.5 earned runs as a really small lean because it's plus 110 odds. So plus money to fade this Rockies lineup at Citi Field. I like it. So that's a small lean, but nothing.
But the Rockies do hit like that. I mean, there's a false narrative out there that lineup doesn't put up runs, but they do. The Rockies put up numbers.
The top of the lineup is decent. The bottom is horrendous. But yeah, I agree.
You know, obviously they're going to put up more at Coors Field, but I mean, who the fuck doesn't? Still, the Rockies do put up numbers. You know, Bernsey, our resident Met fan, when they were signing Soto, I was telling him, no, you don't want this. This is like exactly going to be what the Yankees fell into when they signed Stanton. You know, it's just not the numbers just out of control. But then again, numbers across the board when it comes to baseball is out of control. So I mean,
still early.
Listen, I can't blame Soto. I mean, you know what? You take what you can get, right?
Did I hear Burnsie in the back? He's making excuses. Oh, it's just early in the season.
Yeah, exactly what he said. Listen,
Nice.
Sample size.
this is my life. This is what I live around, surrounded by Knicks fans, Nets fans.
The Mets are just setting them up. Mets are setting them up so you get a good price on them.
TV Al, my father, is also a Mets fan. So, you know, so I'm hearing it all day long. And I'm just trying to explain to these guys, no. It's not really easy.
We don't got time for
The
sense.
kid just sucks. Anyway, let's move on to my neck of the woods. The San Francisco Giants roll in here to Miami. San Francisco's laying $1.80 on the road. I don't know how that happened. Total at 8.5. We're headed to Lone Depot, Kyle Harrison, and Cal Quantrill. It's simple. Marlins first 5 plus the half a run. Marlins full game plus 1.5. Don't overthink this one. It's the Giants bats on the road. It really is that simple. And basically, that's my entire handicap. Coach, agree or disagree?
100% agree. That was today's Coach Rick quick pick. I love it. Cal Quantrill, you know, he's got some weird numbers, but in May he's good. You know, in Miami's 3-1 in his 4 starts in a month. He's actually really profitable in the first 5. So, you know, what's not to like there?
Luke?
Wow, co-signed by all three. I actually love the Marlins in this spot. Quantrill also against this Giants lineup, current hitters hitting 204 against him. Horrible numbers against Quantrill, despite his, of course, like inflated numbers so far this year. It's a great Marlins spot. For that reason, I do have an official free play. It's fading a Giants hitter, Willie Adames, former Brewer. I know all about him. Great guy, great clubhouse energy, but he's not doing well at all. He's hitting 200 pretty much on the season. He's 2 for his last 17, 1 of 5 in his career against Quantrill. It's just a spot you want to fade him. Best value is on the hits, runs, and RBIs combo under 1.5. That's Adames. Under 1.5. Book it.
There you go.
Chad, love to see it. Love you on board. Chad's pretty sharp himself. Does a little bit of work himself, so I love seeing it. Yeah, it looks like we're all in lockstep with the Marlins. Back in the fucking fish here. Look, Giants swept by Detroit. San Francisco 0-8 last 8 as a chalk. Cal Quantrill has given Miami a chance in pretty much every game. In May, 3-1 behind Quantrill. And listen, guys, believe this or not, one of the more profitable pitchers when it comes to first 5 innings. $100 bet. So if you just bet $100 on all of his starts in the first 5, you're up $470. Last 10 blindly riding Quantrill in the first 5 innings. So you got to love numbers like that. I'm getting behind it. I probably like them a little bit more full game. But listen, bottom line, it's a fate of the Giants bats on the road. So let's head to Atlanta. That's right. We're headed to Georgia. Boston comes in. Atlanta 165, 9.5. Truist Park. Lucas Giolito and Grant Holmes. Red Sox fucking plus the 105 here. Look, we don't play teams. We play numbers. We play situations. We play spots. And this is absolutely a Red Sox spot. Braves off a doubleheader. Eastern rival Phillies yesterday. They're also off that doubleheader with travel. No rest. Now they're facing the lowly Red Sox. I mean, Sox haven't been hitting. Giolito's pitching. The world's going to be betting Atlanta. In my best Boston accent, go Sox.
Did you ever hear a Boston girl have an orgasm? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Had it. Oh, God, that was so good. Now I'm going to stuff my fucking face with Pepperidge Farm.
Classic.
Bernsey sharp on the spot with it.
I should have some Pepperidge Farms ready to go.
I'm gonna stuff my fucking face with Pepperidge Farms. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
You can't beat Ted.
Anybody else have a pick on this one?
After that, you really expect us to pick after that?
We can't follow that.
I guess I'll just give a small lean, but you guys know what it is. It failed me a couple of times last week, but it's Devers. I take Devers literally every game on the hits, runs, and RBIs
I
combo.
do. I honestly fuck Devers.
Just saying.
I tried to give on the Devers bus with you last week. The dude just kept we kept burning us with the Red Sox team total. I mean, it seemed like every big spot that he was up in, he was grounding into a fucking double play. I can't go to this spot. I'm telling you that right now, Luke. I am not backing Devers. And you know what? Friends don't let friends back Devers. So you know what? Pick someone else.
All right, Coach. No. What do you got, Coach?
Hey, I like the Red Sox in the first 5. You know, Giolito actually pitches better on the road, and Boston's a solid first 5 team. I know they've sucked recently, haven't put up runs, but 8-2 in the first 5 run line last 10 games. You know.
And Chad, my condolences. All right, let's move on to Texas. Don't mess with Texas. St. Louis, Texas Rangers. There wasn't a line available when I was looking at this game, and I'll be honest with you, I had no interest in it really, so I didn't circle back. Globe Life here, Liberatore, Jack Leiter. Complete pass for me. Luke, you have anything?
I legit have 0 things circled in this game. There's nothing I liked. I like, you got to know when to pass, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. This is a game that I'm not touching.
Coach?
Well, I actually do like Matthew Liberatore, who, you know, most people probably don't even know who the hell he is, right? But very quietly, he's got a 2.73 ERA. He's allowed 2 earned runs or less in each of his last 8 starts. The Rangers, I mean, you know, they're terrible, right?
Yeah, they don't hit. That team just doesn't fucking hit.
They just don't. So, you know, Liberatore's pitched at least 5 1/3 all of his starts this season. So, you know, maybe it's a St. Louis first 5 or you know, Rangers first 5 under or something like that.
Yeah, now I'm obviously a Yankee fan, born and raised in New York, but growing up as a kid, I was actually a Cardinal fan. So, you know,
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, growing up as a kid, I was always a Cardinal fan. You know what it was? It was the Ozzie Smith, the Willie McGee, you know, that whole little tribe, the her. That team was just every other year we were in and winning World Series, and it was just something about that really bright white and the red that just popped on it. It was just something about the jersey growing up. So I just became a Cardinal fan. And my father was an nauseous, like one of those nauseating Met fans. So obviously I was going to root against them, living so close to Shea, because I grew up in Astoria. So just down Astoria Boulevard, you hit Shea Stadium, the old Shea Stadium where the Mets used to play. So he was just fucking one of those obnoxious Met fans, and my sister also a Mets fan, and I just couldn't stand it. And then those Cardinal uniforms used to pop in, and you know, it was room for a good team. But then of course the '86 Mets came in and just shut us down. All right, moving on here to Kansas City, Kauffman Stadium. The Detroit Tigers come in. Coach Rick's Detroit Tigers. Tigers on the road, laying 120 total here at 8.5. We have Casey Mize and Seth Lugo, so you would think that it's going to be a pretty good pitching matchup. A shout out to the Royals. Our last check-in with them was a match bet that cashed for us. Should be a good matchup here. Coach, you have anything?
Actually, I have a paid pick on this one. I won't divulge that, but I like the pitching matchup here. Mize came back from his time on the IL and pitched well in his last start. Lugo is actually coming back from his stint on the IL tonight. So there's a lot to like here. Like I said, I like the pitching matchup, and I do have a paid pick on this one, and I'm going to turn it to Luke before I say too much.
Coach is like trying to dance around, like, how do I not tell him my pick, but tell him some advice?
Give him advice, but not really give him the secret sauce.
Right.
I love it. So I actually have an interesting take in this game. I think the over is the play. Now, I know I'm a props guy, but let me just tell you this. So these two pitchers faced earlier this year. It was a 3-1 final. You go into this as a handicapper, you got to expect a 7.5 line for total. It's 8.5. It's a huge tell. I think the books are showing us it's actually going to be an over. So my take is it's a small lean, but take both pitchers over 2.5 earned runs because they're both plus money. One's plus 125, one's plus 110. I think one of them has to hit, and there's a fair chance that both do. I know the Royals offense isn't that great, but I really do think that both of these overs for plus money are good prop looks. Otherwise, just take the over in the game. I think we cash.
No, I actually think your way of doing it is probably a better way of getting to the over, just because you figure one team's going to have to do the heavy lifting, and if you get the same amount of effort from both, then you can hit both. But even if you go 1-1 with the way you're doing it,
You make money.
Exactly. You make money regardless, right? And even if it's change, but listen, change adds up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's
Exactly.
the whole thing about EV betting. You're just looking for a better way to get to the over. And if you think both teams are going to equally contribute, absolutely over your starting pitcher's total earned runs would be a better way to do it, because you're always going to catch those at least mostly you're going to catch those at plus money. And with all the alt lines available now on player props, you can always bring it to where you find it at plus money. So you know what, Luke? Pretty fucking sharp there, kid. Pretty fucking sharp. You did the old men proud of you.
It ain't just a hat rack, buddy. Burns, you got a clip for me?
Yeah. Fire one up.
I'm just kidding.
All right, we're heading back to the scene of the crime for me yesterday. Just a bloody disaster. The Rays, one of the hotter teams in baseball, rolling into Houston to take on the Astros. 165 and 7.5. How the fuck is Houston laying 165? I get it. Fran was on the mound against Pepito. But as I said earlier when I introduced the entire show, fuck the Astros, fuck the city of Houston, fuck Mattress Mac. Couldn't push across board last night. It was basically Shane fucking Baez. Eight hits, 3 runs. Rays went over there the total by themselves, so thanks to that. Coach, you going back to the scene of the crime?
Absolutely not. Jesus Christ. No way. I mean, no. I can't do it. Not at all.
Success. I couldn't have said it better myself. Oh, wait, I did say it. Luke, what about you? Anybody here?
Yeah, official free play. I know it's one that Jay is probably going to roll his eyes at, but I like to pick one spot a day. I think this is the nerfy bet that you should take. It's no runs first inning, and here's why. No. It's actually but this one's been profitable.
You know what's going to happen, right? You know what's going to happen here. The Astros going to score 4 on the first.
4.
Yeah, they're going to say just as a fuck you to me for last night.
They probably will.
You'll flip on the TV, and in the third inning, it'll be 11-zip.
Yeah,
you're probably right, and it's gonna happen.
Listen, if you like the nerfy, you know what? You're good enough, which is why you wear that why lose badge. You know what? So I'll let you speak. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's actually super quick. The take is that the Astros have been incredibly profitable on nerfies, even though most teams are not. They're 34 and 22 this year in nerfies, and both of these pitchers trend really well to the nerfy in terms of profitability this year. So it's a good play. Is it going to hit and be a grand slam play? No. But I think it's a play you can put a little more than pizza money on, and I think we cash it.
Chad, I couldn't argue with that. I would like Valdez in this spot. I just have a little PTSD from last night. I do think Pepio gets hit up as well. So, I mean, if I'm coming back to this spot, obviously it would be Astros enough, and it's just a little hard to do after, it's such a big ticket. But listen, that'll be short memory by the time I get all my bets in, So, moving on here, we're going to head to, you stay classy, San Diego, Petco Park, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Coach Rick's actual favorite team, Coach being from the city of Pittsburgh. Mitch Keller, Nick Pivetta. Pivetta under 1.5 earned runs. Coach, was that your look here?
Yeah, I like that. Say what you want about Pittsburgh. I don't trust them. They scored 9 and 6. I don't know.
All I said about Pittsburgh is it's where you're from.
I'm just saying
about the city of Pittsburgh.
I'm just saying you can't trust them because they just seem to always screw up, whatever you're looking at. But I do like Pivetta. He pitches well at home. His last 2 starts, 6 innings each, 1 earned run. Pittsburgh, whatever they did against Arizona, I don't know that it can carry over. I mean, they still averaged less than 3 runs a game. So for me, I like Pivetta under 1.5. I'll take that.
Well, that's one of my favorite things about baseball betting, more so than anything else, right? Is that even over a bad stretch, you usually catch a bad stretch over a 3-day span, but then it just resets. Right. Yep. Like, so that's the best thing about baseball betting is your cold streaks and your cold runs in MLB betting usually and typically don't last as long as they could or do in other sports. Luke, you have anybody that you're targeting here? And I do like the Padres in this spot, but I would just try to get to them in some sort of creative way. I'm not laying 200 with a team that hasn't really been performed at the plate. Luke, what about you?
I like that take that you said on just hot streaks and cold streaks. Like it is true. It's like it feels like you can reset at a new series, and that's kind of the beauty of Friday. It's like everyone's playing. Likely a lot of fresh series. Everyone's going to give their best on Friday night. I love it. This is a spot. I don't have a great huge play in this game, but I actually like Mitch Keller's hits allowed line. I'm not saying that the Padres aren't going to score. They will. Padres should win this game. But Keller's been good on the road. His opponent batting average is 232 compared to 280 at home, and his ERA has dropped a lot too. So the Padres are great. Their offense is great, but 6.5 hits is just too many. I'm going under. I think he ends at 5 or 6 hits tonight and has a decent outing, all things considered.
All right, we're going to move on. We're going to head to the desert. That's right, where Washington comes in, Arizona. Arizona's been slumping. Still laying 215, pretty big number here, 8.5 total. Chase Field, Irvin and Merrill Kelly. And listen, guys, remember earlier in the show when I told you about spots and situations? This here, Arizona spot. Merrill Kelly at home. Nationals off extra innings last night. Travel from Seattle to Washington to Arizona. You know what I'm doing here, right? I'm backing Slithering House. Give me the Snakes. Lay the 1.5.
And here come the Globo Gym Purple Cobras led by White Goodman. All business. We haven't seen Average Joe.
Wow, that's beautiful.
You know, I just noticed the purple gym, whatever Cobras, the color of their uniforms are the same colors as the Arizona Diamondbacks' new City Connect uniforms.
They
I
are.
just noticed that.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm starting to wonder if they stole the color code from Dodgeball.
If they're wearing the City Connects tonight, is there a way of knowing that? If they are, this is the best play of the day.
Fucking turn on the game. You buy the MLB package. You turn on the fucking game, and if they come out and you see Merrill Kelly warming up in purple, you know exactly what they're fucking wearing. Luke, what are you doing here tonight, Lukey?
I love it. Yeah, so I'll actually give away a VIP lean here. I do love it's also correlating with Jay, but I didn't pick it because of this damn video that got us. It's Kettle Marte, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I love him on the combo stat line. Ever since he got injured and came back, he's been playing really good baseball. I think it's a super good spot at home on a Friday night, and he's just been red hot lately. So why not ride it? Give me Marte over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And I do just want to clarify one thing because I got a couple of DMs the last few days. It's not I'm not betting hits individually, runs individually, and RBIs. It's not 3 separate bets, and it's not parlaying those all. It's one bet, and it's hits, runs, and RBIs comboed. Please make sure you're doing it correctly. I don't want you guys losing money on a parlay or 3 bets that I'm not trying to have you take. It's a combo, and we like it so much. One more time, book it.
You know what? Like, he gets so emphatic with the booking, with the arm motion, but then his voice comes really down. You know what I'm saying?
It's an art form, Jay. It's an art form.
You know, we'll code it. Yeah, listen, guys. If you're even approaching that market, right? And you're not playing, you know, and you don't know what hit, runs, and RBIs are, you probably shouldn't be touching the market to begin with at this point. Coach, do you like anything in this one?
Again, after that Pittsburgh series, I don't really trust Arizona, but I mean, I do think, as you mentioned, with these, hot and cold streaks, I think Arizona gets a reset. The other thing to watch is Washington as the worst bullpen in the majors. So, they might put up a few late. Maybe you're looking at an over. I could get behind Arizona minus the 1.5. Yeah.
Looks like we're a bunch of guys on the Snakes tonight, and I just want to give a shout out to we follow you guys in the comments live here. Gary, I appreciate you. I know who you are. You're a loyal follower. Says we're feeding his fan with free picks. It's been a fun run lately on the props free picks. So let's keep it rolling tonight.
Amen.
Well, that and by saying that, it's a good place for this. Guys, bet with your heads, not over it. If you're going to bet, please do so responsibly. All right, moving on. Next game up, We have the other team in the extra inning game last night. We have the Seattle Mariners taking on the Minnesota Twinkies. Seattle's laying 165. Total here is at 7.5. That actually seems high based upon with Wu on the mound. T-Mobile Park, we have Zebby Matthews and Brian Wu. I did want to get to the Mariners in this spot. I just can't do it. I mean, they're coming off of extras, and I get it, no travel. But look, they don't hit, man. They really don't fucking hit. Wu can come out here and pitch a fucking gem, and they can still lose this game 2-1. So it's going to be under or pass for me, but I'm going to pass, and I'll pass it on to Luke.
Yes, it's a very small lean. It's because it's juicy. So this is one you might want to add to a parlay. It's Wu over strikeouts, over 5.5. He's a fun one to watch. If you haven't seen some of his interviews, he's even said he attacks guys. His mindset is, I'm a pitcher, I'm on offense, and he gets after it. And so he's not afraid to pitch in the zone early in counts, but what that does is it gets him to 0-2 counts a lot. And so I'd like his strikeouts tonight against the Twins. It's over 5.5 as it's a juicy play. It's like minus 150, 160, but bet it individually or add it to one of your parlays. I love it.
Yeah, now listen, I'm definitely a Wu fan, so I'm in that Wu-Tang clan over there. Coach, you like anything here tonight?
No, actually, Brian Wu. I mean, he's the guy to like. I like you said, I don't think I can get to Seattle after playing that game last night. Wu, 1.71 ERA in May at home, 0.93. Like, the guy's just money. So, yeah, the strikeout prop, great. Maybe you take a look at the earned run prop as well.
All right, let's head to L.A., where a beatdown will be ensuing tonight. We have the Dodgers and my New York Yankees. That's right. Put some respect on that logo. Dodger Stadium, Max Fried, Tony Gonsolin, game of the day, series of the weekend. You guys already know who it is for me. Coach, do you concur?
Here's how I concur. Max Fried. That's it. I mean, that's all you need to know. The guy is money. I don't care if he's pitching at home, road, on the moon, wherever. Doesn't matter. Like, this guy's going to own L.A. and Gonsolin on the other side, like, he's still working it out from, his surgery and whatnot. So, yeah, I will definitely back J.A. and support whatever the cause is tonight. First 5 game, etc.
Yeah, I definitely concur pretty much, for many and all of the reasons you just stated, but I'll still give my opinion on this game after we go to Luke. Luke, this should be a high-level game here. You should have something here, right?
Yeah, it's the main event. I mean, it's New York, it's LA, it's the two big cities in baseball. The ones with endless bankrolls, essentially. They can get who they want to get, but it makes it interesting. I am also going with Fried. I don't know how you can go anywhere else. He's the best pitcher in baseball statistically and via eye test. Who wants to face him? I love him. He's fun to watch, and he's fun to root for. And he's had an incredibly large sample size against this lineup. Let me do the math here. Over 200 combined at-bats for Dodgers hitters, and he's allowing only a 203 opponent batting average, including Mookie Betts. This is a very fun stat. If you're looking for a guy to fade, sorry to be long-winded here, he's 2 of 30. I mean, that's .067 with 9 Ks against Fried. I had to double take when I saw that this morning. That's right. Betts is 2 of 30. So 2 plays here. It's back Fried to record a win tonight. I do think it's a Yankees spot, so I'm co-signing there. And then please fade Mookie Betts. Whatever stat you want, I would do it all. I would fade him in the hits, runs, RBIs. I'd fade him in singles, whatever category you want to do. It's just too much of a sample size not to fade. So those are my 2 picks.
So like I said, so I am on the Yankees in this spot. Fried gives the Yankees the pitching edge. Cy Young numbers, 7-0, 1.29 ERA. And like Coach said, at home, on the road, doesn't matter. Road ERA sub-1. Gonsolin still working it out, working back into form. 4 earned run last 2 starts. Yankees, kings of the first 5. 31, 16, and 8. 7, 1, and 2 last 10. Give me the New York Yankees first 5 money line. And that will also be my best bet of the show. I should have done this entire show in just Yankee gears like Coach. Coach, love the hat. Rocking with the hat. Let's move on to best bets. Okay, so I do have to say a little something to the crew there. Skubal is absolutely not the best. Max Fried is having the best year right now. Just that's it. Most dominant pitcher in the bigs right now. Just shutting it down.
He was the best last year.
Skubal's great.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not
pitching
going
well.
to argue that Skubal's still up top.
Yeah.
So if you want to say top two, you could really put the two right now in any order, and nobody could really truly argue with you. Luke, best bet.
Yeah, it's simple. I love the Guardians. I love the strikeouts tonight for Luis Ortiz. It's my favorite play on the board for the show. It's Luis Ortiz over 5.5 strikeouts. I need a shirt. We're getting them soon. Book it.
Coach.
Hey, for me, it's a Marlins first 5 plus the half run. San Francisco bats are terrible. Cal Quantrill, great numbers against the Giants, pitching well in the month of May. First 5 guy that's profitable. I'll take Miami in the first 5.
I'm going to give you guys a fucking parlay here. That's how much I love this card today. That's
There we
right,
go.
boys. I'm going to build out a nice little 3-leg parlay. We're going to go Marlins plus the 1.5. So a little derivative from Coach. I'll go with the Marlins plus 5.5, plus 1.5 full game. And then I'm going to throw in my New York Yankees first 5 money line. You know what? Fuck that. I don't need the plus run. I don't need the half a run. Just give me the Yankees first 5 money line. And then we're going to throw in for the third. You guys already know. Actually, we're going to make it a 4-leg parlay because I can't decipher between the two. We're going to go with the fucking snakes, the purple cobras. We're going to go with the snakes tonight. Lay the 1.5 for better value. If you guys want to take it down and be a little bit safer, that's fine. You can put it in as a money line. But I would say lay the 1.5. You're going to be safe there. Even though they're not going to play more, get more than 8 at-bats in that game, I'm still going to fucking take it. And then also the dog, the Sox. But the Sox, I would put in at plus 1.5 in that game. You should still catch a pretty decent number. If somebody wants to build that out real quick and put it in the chat, that's basically just a free parlay cooked up right here on Player Performance. One more time, 4-leg parlay is going to be the Red Sox plus 1.5, the Arizona Diamondbacks laying 1.5, the Miami Marlins plus 1.5, and my New York Yankees first 5 money line. You want to get a little risky there? You could throw in Luke's best bet. You could throw in Coach's bet. Well, you can't throw in Coach's best bet. I don't think they'll let you put the first 5 in.
No.
But that's fine. It's still correlated. And there it is. Q&A. Oh, there it is. Look
Plus
at Jessica
1,600.
quick with it.
What
Plus
is 16?
1,600 there.
Like it.
Plus 1,600.
He's on it.
She's on it.
Nice.
All right, guys, there it is. And Bernsey will post it in the chat for us as well. There it is, guys, in the chat.
Oh, there we go. So it's plus 900 with J's. If you add in the best prop, it's plus 16. Okay.
Okay, so on Hard Rock, the 4 is plus 914, still a hell of a price. And then if you add in the prop, it's plus 16. Gotta fucking love it. Gary Potter says he's fading Mookie. Let's go to a quick Q&A. We'll answer quick questions. We do have a little bit of time here, running up against the clock, though. Coach, you got to bounce? Coach is going to bounce. He has a coaching clinic to put on. Literally. See, he's not named coach for no fucking reason. This guy has literally, and you guys can ask him in private. Maybe he'll tell you, maybe he won't. But he has literally coached arms tossing in the NFL right now. So just to put a little respect behind that man's name. That's the type of people we have here at whylose.com. All right, Luke, you can stick around just for a couple questions?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when a guy like Mitchell has confidence. I love this. He just typed in all the props from the show just for kicks. I'm sure he has like $2 on it. Plus 20. What is that?
Well, you know what? Plus 27,000. You know what? Fuck it. I'll type it out. Go ahead, Mitchell. Type it out for everybody else. You've already typed it out. Go ahead. Be a good guy. Share with the fucking community. Let's go to Q&A.
Practice? We're talking about practice, man.
All right, guys, you got questions. We got answers. And why am I hearing that echo? Is that because Coach bounced? We're good now? All right, now we're good. Any questions? Go ahead. Luke, Dodgers, Yankees, World Series again. You don't want to.
Oh, he just wants.
You don't want to ask anything.
I can't comment on the World Series. Jay.
You have to have Luke for more World Series talk.
It's an off limits topic. No, if it did get to that though, it'd be although people hate these two teams per se, it'd be one of the coolest World Series of all time. So,
Well, Luke, you realize it was just last year's World Series, right?
but I think the lineups are even better. It's different. I
will
think
say this. I will say this. When Jazz is back in that Yankees lineup is filthy. But the Dodgers, for as much love as they're getting, they really haven't been hitting up to the par which you think they would be. I get it. Guys have been coming in and out of the lineup. Hernandez in and out of the lineup, and I think he's a much bigger part than people give him credit for. Will Smith.
I don't know, and you could see things like, well, Fried wasn't pitching for the Yankees, of course, or you could see things like Ohtani pitching. Like, you know what I mean? There could be a lot more.
I think the plan with the Dodgers over time is to use them in the pen. But again, another thing you guys have to look at, the Dodgers pen, well, the Yankees pen isn't any better. But the Dodgers pen right now, they're pitching all minor league players because they have literally an all-star team on the IR. Guys are starting to come back here slowly, like guys like Kershaw. He's now starting to work himself back into form. Gonsolin, but you still have other guys who are still hurt. So we'll see what happens towards the end of the season. And I don't know if we're getting Garrett Cole back or at any point this season. If not, then not. But could you imagine that Fried Cole 1-2 fucking punch? That really does put the Yankees over the top as far as pitching staffs when it comes to the American League. But we'll see what happens.
For sure.
All right, chat says, I know it's a trash game, but how do you feel about the White Sox money line at plus 185? They're playing the O's garbage. Well, the Orioles are starting to hit right now. I would actually be on the O's in that game. Matter of fact, I'm not going to lie to you. I'll just tell you flat out, I am on the O's in that game. So, you know what? I have a bet on the Orioles in that game. I just don't see, listen, the White Sox have been playing better. I get it. But they're playing better for their standards, right? Like, it's not like they're playing well. They're just playing better for who they are. Orioles, many people forget that they were projected to actually win the East before the season started. They just hit a real cold streak. They have good enough arms, and they do have a dangerous lineup. So when that lineup starts to heat up, they're going to be something fucking dangerous, man.
I won't spend too much time on this, but I couldn't agree more. I've said it just briefly, I think last week once. The Orioles literally were a top 7 team to win it all. I don't think that anyone believes in them anymore, but they're going to have a hot streak here. So when you can ride them and they get going, I think it's going to be a really profitable team here for a 2 or 3 week stretch. We just got to find when that's going to be.
Chad, I wouldn't mind the team total over as much, but the difference is I would rather play the over because honestly, you could probably get 8 in that from the Orioles. So I would think the Orioles will do most of the heavy lifting. And that White Sox fucking lineup does have streaks where they go 15, 16 innings scoreless. So that would be my look more so. Peterson over 6.5 Ks at plus 115. Luke?
You know me. I'm one of the favorite. Well, I don't even know how to say it. I love fading the Rockies. This is a great spot. I think Peterson's put up 7 or more a couple times this season, so why not? He's at home. It's the Rockies lineup. I definitely don't think this is a bad bet. So plus money, I didn't have it on my card circled as top value play, but yeah, absolutely. You could toss me plus money for against the Rockies strikeout line any day of the week. And I just want to give Mitch a shout out one more time. He threw all of the plays that he took in there for his bet. I absolutely love it.
Appreciate it. Wealth success, it would be Guardians or nothing for me. I'm not trying to catch a falling knife. Angels have now lost 5 straight.
I love Cleveland tonight.
And Luke has props on that as well. That also correlates.
Yeah, I even have a VIP one for Cleveland in the offensive lineup that I didn't even mention. So yeah, it's Cleveland for me, big time tonight.
I don't like the Braves over because I am actually on the Sox in that game. I don't like the Dodgers over because, I'm on the Yankees in that game. Twins, I have really no opinion, but the Twins aren't hitting and they're not hitting on the road. Luke, what about you? You like anything with the Twins tonight?
That's the only one I'd touch. I like the Twins under. I don't have a vibe for the other 2 teams because, like you said, I'm kind of on the Sox as well. But twist my arm against Brian Wu. Are you kidding me? Yeah, give me the Twins under.
Okay. No, skate, absolutely not. Raise money line. I think this would be an Astros spot. And listen, it's tough because I dropped a big ticket on them last night, but that was on their team total. I love fading a team after putting up such a crooked number. I mean, they put up 13 fucking runs. Do you really expect that to continue? I get the Rays are hot right now, but you know what? It's not as if the Astros came into this game, slouching. You know what I'm saying? They were 4-0 the previous four coming into that game last night. The bullpen just got to. So if you're going to play anything in that, it would be Astros or nothing, at least for me.
Yeah, and I think if you even take off the lens, like if you didn't lose a big ticket on their team total by a half run, I think you're taking them tonight. Like
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, absolutely, and I still may. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still might. It's an Astros spot or nothing because basically I trust Framber way more. And you know what? And the Astros form at home has been better. I mean, I trust them more at home. So, and listen, that Rays lineup, we all know.
Right.
It's due for regression. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely due for regression. It's not like they have a loaded lineup or anything. Mookie Betts under 1.5 hits. I will say this, Gary, this season, and this is just from my perspective as a guy who typically backs Dodgers and Dodger team totals more than probably anybody does. Mookie Betts seems to be a fucking fade. I don't know what it is with Mookie. It seems like every time he's up in a big spot, he just fucking whiffs. What about you, Luke?
Yeah, he really has come up an unclutch quite a bit this year. I took his overs early in the season and they were hitting quite a bit, but I've backed off. And as I alluded to earlier in the show, this is a huge fade spot. It's epic. If you haven't found it, again, he's 2 for 30 against Fried. There's no scenario where I would bet Mookie Betts tonight. So if you can get his unders like this one Gary has on the screen, please take the under. I think it's definitely the sharper side by quite a bit.
I will success. I would rather bend over to Nickelback concert than to back the Athletics in any way, shape, or form.
That's the show. We're bending over at Nickelback concerts.
They're 1-14 last 15. There is no fucking way I could put good, hard-earned money on the Athletics. I just can't do it.
We can't end our Friday bending over at Nickelback. So one more question. No.
Tigers money line. I don't like the game personally. What about you, Luke?
I really liked the over, as I said, just on a book tell. I'm a props guy. I'm not going to pretend that I'm taking a side here, but if I did, it'd be Detroit. It's because Lugo's coming off of an injury. You just don't know what you're going to get. So, and I'm not going to back an injury comeback for Lugo plus the Royals lineup against the best team in baseball. I don't think it's like a home run pick, but absolutely I'd lean Detroit in the over.
Okay, D, they were asking about Mookie Betts over 1.5 hits, which means he has to get 2 hits. And we were saying, no, we would fade that. We would go under. Actually, I mean, anybody against Max Fried, I would fade under 1.5 hits, not even just Mookie Betts. But I don't even know if that's a real line. I mean, if it is, it's probably, at plus hell of a number. So no, I don't like anything Mookie Betts. I don't like anything Dodger related tonight. So that's just not me. And I get that the Dodgers do hit lefties, right? But still, you know what? I want no part of that.
Yeah, fade Mookie does. So just to clarify, fade Mookie doesn't even mean to stay away. It means like I'm like bet against him. Like please, he's an overinflated player. A lot of people take his overs as a public play. Tonight, it's not a spot. So I'm not even just staying away. Fade means bet against him.
Pirates under 4.3 runs tonight. I'm thinking you mean 4.5. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I would.
There's no way they keep up what they were doing in that last series.
No, they're not. And listen, if you really remember, don't forget Chubby over there. Your old friend Chubby there shut him down for 6 innings, right? Like Corbin Burns shut him down. It's just that they got to that Diamondbacks bullpen.
Yeah.
So really. It was a way for the Snakes to break stride and break out of their slump, and the bullpen just gave it up. But they were swinging at fucking air. They were swatting gnats at a picnic. You know what I mean? For the first 5 innings, and Corbin Burns was absolutely fucking dealing. Corbin Carroll home run. I'm not big on the home run market myself. I think really you're basically flipping a coin, and it doesn't matter who you're backing. You could back Aaron Judge. You could back Ohtani. Still, that home run market is such a coin flip. So you're expecting a guy where okay, so let's put this into perspective. And this is what I want to do. This is we'll use this as a teaching moment. Let's put this into perspective. You're typically going to see around 4 at-bats a game, correct?
Right.
So if you're going to see 4 at-bats a game, and your success rate for major league hitters, the upper echelon of major league hitters is 300. So you have to succeed 30% of the time. Now, one of those success you're going to bet on is to be a home run. The reason why they pay so well is because it's unfucking likely. And if you bet the home run market consistently, and I don't care who you are, and this goes out for anyone, even cappers, they should be tuning in right now to understand this. It's a bad fucking bet, no matter who it is. And you may win it, but it's still a bad bet. Like the Nerfies, like the Yerfies, they're all bad fucking bets. It's just a bad bet with negative EV long-term, rate. So it's just not smart to bet. Like, listen, is it a fun bet because they pay so well? Yes, but in 4 at bats, you're hoping that a guy who's may hit 20 home runs during the course of a season is going to hit one. It's just not smart.
Yeah, there's no way you'll ever see me touch a home runs bet. It's ridiculous because even if a guy's hitting 30 on the year, he hits one not even every 5th game, and his odds, you're not going to get a payout that's worth that. You just won't.
Correct. We got time for one more question, then we got to move on. And for the Marlins, he's okay. They're just reiterating what was said earlier. Listen, that's it for us here today. He's Luke Shuey, and for Coach Rick Bowe, I, of course, am J.A. Cavalier. This has been MLB Player Performance on a Friday. We'll see you guys back here Monday as we break down the entire MLB card. Tell you all the information you need to know to beat the books, hopefully making you guys smarter players along the way. Luke will pick the 3 winners, and then we'll give them out on next week's show, unless you already have them.
Yeah, no, I was going through them. There's too many good ones. Let's pick them live on Monday if you don't mind. I'll write them up for.
All right, so
Monday.
Luke, first thing on Monday in the open, Luke will give out the 3 winners, and we'll bless everybody. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's do this. $250 Amazon gift card giveaway for this show as well, which we will also cash on Monday. Luke, what was your best bet for the show? We'll make that the ride or die. Wait,
love it.
Bring up the ride or die.
I'm waiting.
Ride or die, remember?
Just to let you guys know, Bernsey said his best bet tonight is Soto to hit a home run at plus 375.
Nation station.
Is Bernsey?
But he's been playing that all year, so he's been losing a lot of money. He's still waiting for the guy to hit a home run, and he's waiting for him to run out of the box. I guess. Listen, Soto to actually run out of fly ball is probably at minus 140. So
I was gonna say he has 8 home runs, but man, he's not done a lot.
Few and far in between.
Not done a lot else. Yeah. No, I love it.
Die, Luke.
Ride or die, straightforward. It's Cleveland Guardians. It's Ortiz over 5.5 strikeouts. Angels, worst team in baseball. Ortiz has had a ton of games over 5 this year. I think he cruises to 8 to 10 strikeouts tonight. I really do. Ortiz over 5.5. Ride or die, book it, all the above.
All right, there you go. Comment, book it right now. You guys know how this works. He says it. I'll play it. It cashes. Somebody from the comments wins a $200 Amazon gift card. Luke, you're going to have to pick someone from this show for the $200 Amazon gift card. You'll circle back around, and you'll just take one of the people who said book it. That's it.
So today's payday, but Bernsey, Monday, remind us we got 3 from yesterday's show and one from tonight if it cashes. So Monday is going to be another payday, is essentially what we're saying.
So I'll basically be giving you out a nice little nickel on the show Monday. Love to do it. Love to bless the community. You guys know. Listen, he's Luke Shuey. For Coach Rick Bowe, I, of course, am J.A. Cavalier, and a special shout-out to you guys for watching. As you guys know, I always say this. I will always say this, and I stand by this. You guys are as much of a show as we are. Right? You're much a part of it. Matter of fact, if not bigger. Go ahead, smash the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, please do so. We're going to be doing this every week, every day, Monday through Friday, every week during the course of the entire MLB season. And before you know it, guys, you know what's coming, right? NFL. Nobody made more money during the NFL season last year than we did on player performance, and I did overall. Just fucking every week, just absolute cash cow ATM. We're looking to continue that. This year's show is going to be even better than last year's show. Love it. Love that you guys are here helping us grow the community. And again, this is just our way to give back to you guys and have a little bit of fun in the process. I hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you guys back here on Monday. But until then, remember that with your heads not above them. And yesterday's a memory. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. You're here now. You're alive. Let's make this count.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing, don't give a fuck.